Hello, good evening to you. It's now time for business. The Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA, is painting a gloomy picture of housing deficit in the country. Acting Executive Director of GREDA, Samuel Haibo, who was speaking in an interview with Joy Business, said the situation has worsened over the years and lamented the way government is handling housing issues. This was after an American investment firm, Overseas Private Investment Corporation, provided $60 million facility to GHL Bank to help focus on mortgage lending for lower and middle income earners.
According to Acting Executive Director of GREDA, Samuel Amegayibo, the state of housing deficit in Ghana has worsened over time. He said the current housing deficit in the country is now about 2 million. He expressed disappointment at the way government is handling the issue.
It's unfortunate that the truth of the matter is that our housing situation has worsened, and it is worsening because we haven't done enough to confront the issues which will at least bring us to a neutral level where we can say, okay, at least we are not incurring more deficits, but we are providing what we need to go. No, we haven't done that. You see that the houses that are being put on the market has all been purely private initiatives, and the announcement of certain units of houses in the name of government, you yourself can go around and see whether those houses have actually been fully developed. The Kufuor government tried 5,000, it was never completed. Now we hear Senate and State Housing have taken over to try and complete some of them.
To support the housing sector, the U.S. Government Development Finance Institution, known as the Overseas Private Investment Corporation, OPEC, has provided a $60 million investment facility to GHL Bank. The bank is currently partnering the Apollonia City to help construct affordable houses. Speaking to Joy Business after a tour at the Apollonia City, Vice President of OPEC, David Bohigian, assured of the U.S. commitment to help address the housing deficit in Ghana.
We are working with Ghana Home Loans, and Ghana Home Loans has worked with Apollonia City. We think that Ghana requires more affordable housing. There's a major gap there, and for OPEC to be able to help contribute to that, I think will help build stable communities here in Ghana. Ghana is the largest investment that OPEC has in Africa, and here at the Apollonia City, we're proud to partner with Ghana Home Loans as well as Rendezvous to open up a facility that's going to create a wonderful community here.
The CEO of Apollonia City, Bright Owusu Amofra, lauded government on fast-tracking the granting of the Special Economic Zone status to the company.
I think we've had fantastic support from government in relation to the Special Economic Zone. It's something that they are taking very seriously. We've had several follow-up meetings on the back of that. And so I think it's very positive. They support us, they like that idea. They certainly know that Special Economic Zone, for instance, will open up the entire area. Last time we interviewed, that's what I said. If we're able to bring jobs here, we're able to bring companies that are willing to spend a number of millions of dollars to open up the Kwankatamanso district, we'll go a very long way to create jobs, which is what government wants to do. So in a nutshell, we've had fantastic support and it's going very well.
Hundreds of participants from across Africa and the World Chambers of Commerce and Investment Authorities are expected to grace the annual Pan-African Business Conference, Crystal Ball Africa 2018. The event will also provide advanced insights on policies that will impact businesses in Africa in 2018. The event is hosted by AB and David and other partners across Africa. It will provide a forum for business professionals in Africa to discuss issues that will impact their businesses in this new year. The theme for the 2018 version of the seminar is expanding businesses and trade across Africa, opportunities arising out of the Continental Free Trade Agreement and growing intra-Africa trade. Senior partner and executive chairman of AB and David Ufusudate, tells us more.
We look into the future only up to a 1-year perspective. Over the next 360 or so odd days, what is going to happen to the economies and businesses of Africa is as simple as that. So it is always on the second Wednesday of every January. The date is already booked and blocked, and that is when we bring businesses from across the continent into Ghana. Of course, the venue may change. There's another country pitching for it. But we've so far done it in Ghana. This is where we initiated it. And we simply look at what will happen to the economies of Africa in the coming year? What do you need to know that you don't know? What may change? How may that affect your business? What are the opportunities emerging that you need to take advantage of? And we look at it from a cross-cutting perspective. However, there is a slant to it. In every year, we look at what we think is the biggest changing factor, and we try to make that the theme. So, for example, a couple of years ago, we had Africa Rising as a general theme, and we looked at what was causing Africa's rise. And then last year, we looked at the Africa opportunity and the solutions, looking for problems. And even though it may look counterintuitive, we realized that there were a lot of financing opportunities which were not finding the right measure of well-packaged businesses to fund.
Right.
Yeah, and that became the theme, and it was all over. But this year we are focusing on intra-African trade. It's growing 15%, not enough as compared.
From May this year, Ghana Statistical Service will have a new way in measuring the size of the economy. This is after it completes the process of changing the year for calculating the GDP estimates for Ghana. The following report explores the new challenges this exercise would bring and the benefits to businesses.
According to the Ghana Statistical Service, the exercise, which started in 2016, has been influenced by best international practice, where countries have to review the way they measure their economic growth to conform with current trends. The country in 2010 rebased its economy, with 2006 being made the base year. The recalculation increased the value of the economy in 2010 by 75%, from 25 billion Ghana cedis to 44.8 billion Ghana cedis. It was considered necessary, according to some analysts, as the old national accounting system did not take into account important emerging sectors of the economy, such as communications, the oil sector activities, and other engagements in the economy. The development could make the economy bigger than the current monetary value of 200 billion Ghana cedis, with a growth rate of almost 8%. The exercise, just like what happened in 2010, could increase substantially the value of the economy, which could help deal with the challenge of the high debt-to-GDP ratio and possibly give government the room to borrow more, only if it's aimed at infrastructure projects or finance the rising deficit. A bigger economy could also give some investors an indication that they could be getting more or some good returns on their capital. On the other hand, a bigger economy could put pressure on government to get more in terms of taxes or development that could force them to hike rates or actually get more taxes for the populace to make up for the new size of the economy.
And that's it for Business Tonight. For more business updates, log on to myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Emmanuel Abwaji. Have a good evening.